Hi, and welcome to Find What Moves You. My name is Tracy, and it's my dream to inspire people to stay active and healthy for their entire lives. Recently, I was invited to the Thunder Bay Pickleball Club to observe and even get a little instruction myself, and boy, did I have fun. Have a look. Hi, here we are at the Moose Lodge, and I am here with
Darren Smiley.
who is the best volunteer I've heard, right?
Well, sort of.
Is it the Pickleball Association? Is it Thunder Bay Pickleball Association?
Well, I'm for two things. We are the Thunder Bay Pickleball Club, and we are the Moose Lodge of Thunder Bay.
Okay, so what is it that you do? Because I did hear that you were the best. Wasn't what you said, it was what somebody else said about you.
Oh, thank you. I do a lot. Officially I'm the director of scheduling, so I meet with the administrator of the lodge every week, and we get some free time to go out and play pickleball, and then I organize it and put it up on our scheduling site so that everyone knows. And we host different kinds of events, open pickleball, practice sessions, a special event we call Champions Court. We do tournaments. All those things require obviously some effort to organize and do scheduling, and that's mostly my role. Unfortunately, I'm also the guy that sweeps the floor and washes the floor sometimes and vacuums the carpets.
Are you the reason that this facility is available to the pickleballers? And is pickleballers right? Can I say that? Is that the way we refer?
Pickleballer sounds good.
Okay.
I'll say probably. I was the one that initiated the contact and then organized things, and the guy that got to put the tape on the floor.
All right.
But a lot
you really are all things.
I'm all things. Enjoy it. I love doing it. It's fun. Love the people, and it's a great sport and activity, and we have a really good time every time we come.
How long have you been involved?
I've been involved with pickleball for about 5 years now. I've been with the Moose for about 2.5, and I've been with the Lakehead Pickleball, which is now the Thunder Bay Pickleball Club, since it started about a year and a half ago.
Very good. So we're going to get some footage of everyone playing because I really have no idea how this game works, and I want everyone else to know because it sounds like everyone that tries it gets addicted to it, right?
Very addictive.
And we want to bring people on, welcome them to join, and just get active, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
And so you're going to be the first one that we're going to
bring
out on the floor with a paddle
good.
and get you addicted.
Yeah,
right
did
away.
I mention I'm a runner? I have no skills here whatsoever.
We don't believe you. We'll
Okay.
see you in a minute.
We'll try. So I'm here with Julie now. Julie, what is your position in the Pickleball Association?
Well, I am the secretary for the executive, and came on about 6 months ago, not knowing anything about pickleball, and now I love it. I'm addicted.
That was my second question for you. You've been playing for 6 months.
I've
That's
been
it.
playing for 6 months, and that's it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so loving it obviously.
Yeah, it's a sport you can get into really quickly, and the club is really supportive of new members, right? So I really appreciate that. I feel you're quite welcome to come in and participate at any level, and yeah, so that's.
I'm kind of getting there's a really fun atmosphere here too. Like there's a lot of joking going on and a lot of smack talk.
Right, they that too. But and we also play the tunes, so you know we can get into the groove while we're doing our thing. Yeah.
Music makes everything better. Everybody knows that. Yeah. So it's kind of like a really just fun, festive atmosphere, and you're getting active. Heart rate is up. I'm gonna say I'm watching everybody else move around a lot, so heart rate's up all the time. Just getting nice and fit while you're having fun.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you.
No! 3-1-1. Pull that baby down. The corner was calling.
So this is Alec practicing. He is a member of the youth section of the Pickleball Association. It's a training session for him, and obviously he's picked up a lot of skills already.
3, 1, 2.
So I'm here with Jason. I've been given this wiffle ball and a paddle, and they're going to teach me how to use them, which is going to be challenging, I promise. So you are the head coach, yes?
Head instructor.
Head instructor, okay. So I'm brand new. We don't even have to pretend, because I am.
Okay.
So go ahead and tell me what I'm going to do with these.
Okay, so first, pickleball is a little different than it is in tennis because we're holding our paddle a lot lighter than we would than in tennis, okay? So you swing with your right hand,
Yep.
like I do, okay? So I want you to grab your paddle with your left hand, hold it on the throat like this, okay? So what we do in pickleball is we take our right hand and we bring it down to the bottom of your handle and grip.
Okay.
That's called our continental grip, okay? You're using this 80 to 90% of the time.
Okay.
It's called our handshake grip, okay?
Okay.
Okay, we're keeping it nice and loose. When we're at the kitchen, we do something that's called dinking, which is like the drop shot in tennis, right?
Okay.
So we're trying to get the ball from a 7-foot radius from the line, the non-volley zone, to the net, over the net, okay, which is only 7 feet, okay? If you're hitting the ball hard, and you hit the ball hard to somebody, they're gonna hit the ball soft back. If you can hit the ball soft and put the ball over the net, it forces them to bend down, which means the ball's coming back up, which is a better opportunity for you to hit the ball hard back at them. A little bit of captaincy.
Okay. How long before I actually would get good at that? My hand is tensing up already as I'm
Tensing
listening
up.
to you talk.
So we're gonna loosen up. You want to come over to the net here? Sure.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm here.
We're gonna put you on that side of the net. Okay. Okay. So you're gonna stand at the kitchen. This is the non-volley zone. So the kitchen. It's called the kitchen. Right. So we can crack the jokes. We're cooking anytime we want. Okay. So we want to put that ball from your side into my side of the kitchen. Okay. So we want to drop it in. We're set. Okay.
If I'm hitting, am I hitting like this or?
You're hitting underneath, nice and soft. Nice and soft.
Whoa, that's not soft.
Nice soft. So we're gonna go nice and soft. Step in. There we go. Okay. Step in. There we go. Nice and soft. Put it in the kitchen. Okay. Let it bounce. Nice and soft. So you got that nice soft grip. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Pick it up. Okay. So the lower you keep the ball, the more trouble it is for your opponent. Okay. Step in. Hang the ball. There we go. Okay. So come back to the line. Put the ball back in my side of the kitchen for me. There you go. It bounces in.
So as you can see, I had a really good time and everyone was so welcoming and kind. I have with me now Tudor, who is the president of the Pickleball Club, and Jason, who is the head instructor, right? So they have come to share more information with us. So Tudor, can you just tell me a little bit about you, not necessarily pickleball, but where you started in sport, what brought you here?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for inviting us. This is a great opportunity to share our joy for pickleball to the entire community of Thunder Bay. I'm originally from Romania. My childhood in the 1970s was completely outdoors. We didn't have cell phones, we didn't have games or anything, so we had to spend the time playing soccer or basketball or different games.
I remember that time well.
It was pretty simple times.
Yeah.
And I developed this love for the nature and outdoors, hiking and many other activities. That in high school, when I had my career, I had to pick a career, I was looking for something which can combine indoors and outdoors, and I found land surveying. So I went to university and I became a land surveyor in the 1990s, and I'm still a land surveyor. I'm very happy. I was always active in many sports. Involved in grade 9, actually I was selected for the Olympic team for bobsled.
For the Olympic team. So I always get these little tidbits of extra information when people are in studio. I love that. Okay, so continue, please.
So 1986 actually was in Calgary, Canada. At that time I was in Romania.
Okay.
And didn't pan out. I had an accident. As well as you know, bobsled goes well over 100 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
I had an accident, so I didn't qualify.
I
But
see.
that didn't stop me to continue to take other activities.
Wow. Okay, I love hearing people's history and what brought them here. But now, what brought you to Thunder Bay?
So Thunder Bay, I immigrated to Canada 24 years ago. Was only me and my wife at that time, and we were looking for an adventure and just to explore the world. And we had Australia and Canada.
Okay.
I like winters actually, winter sports too. What I'll get back to that. And we came to Canada,
Okay.
and was a really challenging journey for us. So we had two children born in Toronto. We spent our first 12 years in Toronto, and became very difficult with commuting, and we didn't have time to for ourselves to stay active. And we were looking for a smaller community and for a more stable job, government job, which I work with Ministry of Transportation now. And that's how we came to Thunder Bay. And ever since, our life took a 180-degree in wellness.
Very nice.
Having a lot of time on our hands, we were involved. We started picking up different sports. I tried even curling, just to become more
Shout
Canadian.
out to curling.
Yeah, shout out to curling. And actually, one of the coworkers said, "Hey, can you skate?" So I started hockey. Then cross-country ski, which I fell in love with cross-country ski. Not my first experience. My first experience was
Everyone says that.
quite
Yeah.
disappointing. I remember skiing and I fell a few times, and I said, "That's it. I'm selling everything I bought." And once I stopped and I took the skis off, I was walking on clouds. And for me, I said, "Okay." And indeed, cross-country ski is one of the best sports activities.
So then, somehow, some way, you were introduced to pickleball.
Yes. So I played racket sports ever since I was a child, whether ping pong or badminton or tennis. So I was stuck more with tennis.
Okay.
I love tennis. I still play tennis very much. And about 5 years ago, I came across pickleball. Some pickleball players, they invited me to a community center.
Was that here in Thunder Bay?
Here in Thunder
Okay.
Bay. And I just fell in love with pickleball. And pickleball looks easy, but can be very complex.
Oh, no. Yeah, it looks easy. No, I tried it. I was there. Yeah.
Yes, you did. You
Yeah.
have good hands.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. I have a long way to go. And I watched all of you do it and get the ball actually on the court where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So, did you start the club here then? The Thunder Bay?
Yes.
You started the Thunder Bay Pickleball Club?
So the Thunder Bay Pickleball Club, formerly called Lakehead Pickleball Club, started in October 2021. So a year and a half
Oh,
ago.
it's just a baby then.
Just a baby.
Yeah, okay.
And we started with 0 members. Last year in July, we were the first elected executive board, and I became the president of Thunder Bay Pickleball Club, name that we changed recently.
Why did it change? Is there a reason?
It's much easier for newcomers or people to search online. Thunder Bay
Okay.
Pickleball, they come to our club.
Okay, I see. So, you said you started with 0 members a year and a half ago?
Yeah.
Is that right? So, how much have you grown to now?
We have 232 members to date.
Okay.
We're very proud about this.
I guess so.
We did a lot of promotions, and I can give an example. We went even to the Intercity Mall. We set up a court, and we introduced pickleball to shoppers. And we recruited actually quite a few people.
How many people
We're
did you
very
get playing that day?
about
I kind of wish
40
I'd have been there that day.
About 40 people.
Wow. And you know,
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people stopping by and
Yeah.
having a look and
Stopping
all
by.
really good. Do you use a lot of social media?
We use social media, so we have a Facebook page, we have Instagram, we are working, we have a website. If you type Thunder Bay Pickleball Club, you can see what we are up to, our schedule, where we play, when we play, and we're more than happy if anybody from Thunder Bay would reach out to us. We're more than happy to help and introduce pickleball.
So I noticed you have a paddle here. I would have said a
And a ball.
racket probably before I met you the other day, but you have a paddle and a wiffle ball.
A wiffle ball.
Yeah.
So
And you have it in your hand with you now. Do you sleep with that?
not really.
But you spend a lot of time with that paddle in your hand.
Absolutely.
Yeah. How many times a week do you play?
Now I have a little bit an injury on my arm, but usually I play 4 or 5 times a week.
Okay. So who should join pickleball?
anybody can join pickleball despite the shape or race or age, or it's a multi-generational sport where a grandparent can play with a grandkid and so on and so forth. Anybody can play at different levels, can be recreational or can be very competitive.
So you are welcoming everyone, and that's kind of why we're doing this today. I want people to know that this sport exists, first of all, and that you want to recruit members. We are going to be right back and talk to Jason, who is the head instructor for the club. We are back learning all things pickleball in Thunder Bay. I'm going to talk to Jason now. Tudor, thank you so much for all the information that you gave me. But Jason is the head instructor for the club and is going to give us just a little bit more information. So Jason, just before we get there, what's your background in sport?
My background in sports, a little bit of slow pitch baseball, mostly hockey. I was a goaltender from the young age of 11 years old, and I retired about 3-4 years ago, as well as I was a goaltender coach. My tennis background is also pretty significant. I started that at 11 years old, played tennis, and I still play. I just play more rec tennis, and I've kind of switched over to pickleball in the last 5 years.
So racket sport, do you have to have played a racket sport before, do you think, to do this?
No, not necessarily. It helps. The tennis background. I also have a badminton background too. A lot of people come over from even ping pong too. So the pickleball is a combination of tennis, badminton, and ping pong put on a smaller court.
Okay. Just back for a moment, has being active always been important to you?
Yeah, being active. Ever since I was young, it was, you get home after school at 3:30. We used to bike to tennis all the time, then bike back for supper, and then bike back and make sure you're back by the time the street lights came on.
Yeah, or my mom used to whistle. She had a really strong whistle. So for people just starting out, like for me, this is really, really good because I didn't know anything except that there was a paddle, which I was calling a racket. What do you need? What do you need to start? Is it expensive to start?
No, it's not expensive at all. A good pair of running shoes, court shoes. Your paddle, a lower end paddle is $40-50, mid end $100 to $125. Grab yourself a water, and if you're outside, grab yourself a hat if it's hot, and get ready to move.
So that's one thing is there's indoor and outdoor, right? We have outdoor courts now in
Yes,
Thunder Bay.
we have outdoor courts at Boulevard Lake, which are going to get acrylic on, so they're going to look all professional come this early summer.
I've seen them. They already look fantastic, so there's more to come
We're
yet.
going to add 2 shades of blue and some green to it, so it looks like what you see on TV. And we have 3 indoor facilities that we use currently right now that we're able to play between Monday and Sunday.
So I've been to one. What are the other 2?
La Vérendrye High School and the Boys and Girls Club.
Okay. Oh, those are both really nice facilities too. Yeah. So just a real basic rundown of the rules for us. I know that you could probably go on forever with that, but somebody who's never shown up before, what do we tell them?
We tell them that it's a smaller court. You have to let it bounce in the court, first of all once, and then to return the ball like tennis. There's an area called the kitchen area, which is the non-volley zone, and for you to go in the kitchen area, you have to let it bounce unless you can reach and play that ball in the air. That's the part that gets people when they come. They don't want to lean over that line, and they go, "Oops, I stepped in the kitchen," which leads to a few jokes.
Yeah. So I'm a chef by trade, right? So for me, getting in somebody's kitchen means a whole different thing until I came to see you the other day. And I was feeling really kind of awkward about getting in the kitchen too. But I know that, I was only there for a short while. I know it would come after a while. And you were so supportive, and everyone was so supportive that it was a very welcoming environment. So you've already compared it to a couple of other sports. It sounds like it's a real combination of a bunch of other things. And the racket too is more like what kind of... The paddle rather? See, I want to call it a racket.
Closer to squash, racquetball.
Okay.
Right. It's a lot smaller than the tennis, but it's a lot wider than obviously badminton.
Okay. So if I now come to you again, we've got a basic rundown of the rules. What other kinds of things are you going to coach me on?
Basically your footwork, your technique is big too. I tell all the beginners that I work with right now, it's, paddle up, ball's going up, paddle down, ball's going down.
Okay. Yeah, you even had you instructed me on the grip. Like you were saying how, and my hand was very tense around the paddle already, but you were saying it's a nice loose, like kind of
Nice
grip.
loose soft grip. The three different grips, you know, your continental grip, which is, we call it your handshake grip, your eastern and western when you're serving or potential volley at the net, and making sure you don't grip the paddle too tight, because when you grip the paddle tight, the ball will bounce off the paddle a lot faster.
Yeah, I had a lot of trouble actually not like just hitting it lightly. I kept wanting to swing a little bit, and as soon as you do that, the ball is gone and you're not going to have it where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, so in pickleball, compared to tennis, the strokes are at least 50% less. It's short, compact, compared to you can wind up. You don't have time in pickleball with the small court to bring that paddle back.
Yeah, that part of it surprised me. And another thing that surprised me, I had a lot of surprises, was there's sort of a misconception that pickleball is for older people.
That's kind of funny, because a lot of my friends are still not coming out. You know, they joke around. It's not for older people. The top player in the world right now is Ben Johns. He's 24 years old. Annalee's 16 years old, female, and they're beating up on everybody and winning singles and doubles and mixed every single weekend. You can Google that. I've been working with kids from 6 till you know, adults. I have an 81-year-old right now that's in my clinics, and they're having a blast. It doesn't matter how old you are. It's about getting active, coming out and learning the game.
So there was some footage of your son. I don't think I mentioned that he's your son, but Alec playing, and he's a junior, right?
He's in our youth program, so he's 13. He came over. He's transitioning from tennis. He plays with the tennis group, the high-level tennis, so there's lots of practicing. He's been playing tennis since he was 5, and he's coming along a long way with a lot of the kids. They're finding it, you know, you get to hit more balls faster on a smaller court, and it's the sky's the limit for the youth program. With the older clinics and stuff that we have, we're finding the average age is between 40 and 75. But all these youths that are coming out, they're picking it up faster than I've ever seen somebody pick up a sport.
What's available for people in the way of tournaments?
Tournaments we have, so we run local tournaments here in town. We try to get one every second month. We just put out a program that our social aspect in pickleball is becoming so big that now we have friends in Grand Marais, we have friends in Duluth, we have friends in Sioux Lookout and Dryden and Marathon. The regionals this year are in Sault Ste. Marie, so we get to go to Sault Ste. Marie.
Sorry, can I stop you right there? What's the regional for? Is it to get onto a provincial?
Yes, so
Okay.
the regionals are going to be in August, and then if you can win your region, which is between Kenora and North Bay and everybody in between, then you can go to the provincial championships in Collingwood at the end of September.
Not so bad getting a trip to Collingwood. So just very quickly, the real origin of the club, like we kind of touched on it a little bit. Is there anything that you wanted to add to that?
Yeah, the origin, you know, when I came to the club almost 2 years ago, it wasn't a club, but it was a group of guys that were playing wherever they could play, sometimes at the Moose, sometimes at Boys and Girls. There was Oliver Road, they were drawing chalk lines to play, and I said, why don't we have a club? And I came over from the tennis part of my sports, and I said, let's start a club. So we started with a club, we got an executive going, and the rest is history.
Thank you so much. It was so nice having both of you here today. Until next time, everybody.